Hell yeah. Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back. I'm Count Christo. I'm very excited because I got the freaking mod working with the help of, let me get their username because they deserve to be shouted out for their glorious and generous dedication of their time to help save this series. Where is it? Lu Lee. L-U-E-E-L-E-E. You are a beautiful man. Or woman, possibly. I don't know. Louis... Sounds like a man's name to me. Anyway, I mean, there's like 97% of the viewership are men as well, so it's fairly good odds. But you are a beautiful person. Thank you so much for helping us out. So I thought I had backed up my version of the mod, but it turns out, at least it seems, that I did not. So when the mod updated, it became incompatible and I couldn't play. And then with the help of Luli and the wonderful modding team, whose help I required a great deal, we've got it working again. Here we are. We're back. Hell yes. Once more. With feeling. Alright. Let us do this thing. So in the last episode, our wonderful mountaineer forces have greatly exceeded their original stated goals and have seized Stalingrad, which of course is magnificent. We are suffering supply shortages here, but I think that will stabilize as the infrastructure in the region slowly gets repaired. Focuses wise, we're on Sea Lion. We are currently building military factories, which is not really what I want. I've got a lot of supply depots up, and there is already one here. I guess the Soviets built some, because I didn't build that many. We could do with, yeah, some forwards radar bases seem prudent, as well as perhaps an airbase or two want expanding near the front line. I think that would be useful. We've been having some airbase shortage problems. And then after that, I think a good number of armored vehicle factories all over the place to facilitate our hard switch to using the new tanks that we have invented. Speaking of the new tanks that we have invented, I believe I have actually now invented them. Is that correct? Yes, indeed, the Tiger has been invented. The next one is a bit ahead of time, so we won't get that just yet. Other tank tech that we need? Is there something else I need here? Fuel use down on the tanks would be extremely useful. Let's grab that. So, producing the Tiger. Look at all that stuff it uses. My goodness me. It's going to use rubber. That's not good at all. But it's okay. We can make use of it. So you want high breakthrough. But we don't want to ramp up the costs too much because it's already very high. So how about, yeah, more. Let's make it impenetrable. Main gun does lower reliability quite significantly. How about this? It gives us a nice amount of extra armor and some good piercing upgrades. Maybe some anti-air thrown on as well. 2 anti-air because that doesn't hurt reliability. Gives it a very small amount of air attack. Probably not worth it. We'll build an anti-air variant. This looks good to me. Ship it. So, gimme. Got this. Oh no, okay, this is the wrong one. Right. I was going to say it's a lot more expensive, but no, this is the other version. So, give me some of those. And we're going to put those in here. And what we're going to do to enable us to have the stuff to produce is something someone mentioned in a comment, which is that having so many factories on naval bombers for so long is a big waste. So we're going to reduce that. We're going to first cut down a little bit on light tank production. And then I think we're not doing badly on fighter and cast numbers. Like right now... Oh yeah, we should simplify this a bit. Yeah, check built panzers. I don't care. Don't care about these. Soviet medium tanks. Got 100 of them. We're not going to use them. Heavy tanks. Light armor. I shouldn't have destroyed those Soviet medium tanks. We could have used those. Doesn't matter. Cavalry tank. Yeah, we don't need those. Light cavalry tank. Don't need those. Infantry support tanks. No thank you. Garrison AA, we're not using it. Partisans, not using them. Urban warfare equipment, not using it. Paradrop, not using it. Desert warfare, also not using it. Cool. Basically anything... Well, we've got a lot of tankettes from France. Basically anything I'm not producing, I can be fairly confident I'm not using. Naval fighters. Well, I probably shouldn't blow those up. Those could be useful. 30 multi-rolls and 3 of those aren't going to get used. So right now we've got 2,900 spare CAS and 4,000 spare fighters. That's just simply unnecessary. So what we're going to do is shift things up here. So I would like 60 factories on this, probably. Give me vast reductions on the production of this lot. Let's see if we can get 70. This is obviously going to be very, very expensive steel and stuff wise. We might have to change our export law. If we close the economy, it would hurt our weekly stability, which is not ideal. So we probably don't want to do that. We could also be more... Oh, yeah, we still have this corruption thing, which is annoying on the resource gain, but what you going to do? We could go harsher on occupation of places like France, which would give us a lot of their valuable steel resources. We could also actually... Yeah, we could buy a bunch from Vichy France. No, we can't, because they have a closed economy. We could cancel a non-aggression pact with Vichy France. It's probably about time we did that. Oh, you don't have many men, do you? It's got some, but... I feel like perhaps we stabilize the front here, kill Vichy France. But the obvious way we save steel is we stop producing lots of our ships, basically. Right now, the steel shortage is so great. Yeah, we can't do that. I know this screwed up my production efficiency, but let's make it so we're only using... There we go. Now we're using much of our steel there, and the rest of it is just... The only bit that's actually a deficit is the stuff that's going towards the cruisers. So we're basically just giving up on cruiser production for a little while. I think that's fine. It's not hugely important. We're going to be gaining a lot of steel as we capture some of the Soviet heartlands, and as we continue to integrate some of the outer areas. Well, not really that second one, but some, presumably down here. Yeah, there's bits of steel around in this area as we push in. We'll accommodate yoinking some of that. Now the other two, rubber and tungsten. Now tungsten, I thought tungsten was a settled matter, but we do have a large amount that we can import from them, so let's do that. Rubber is a bigger issue. I suppose we need to cut down on mechanized production, which is the only other thing that's really using rubber, I think. Where is my mechanized production? No, mechanized doesn't use rubber. Is that all the use of rubber? We have 13 units of rubber available for use right now. Jesus. We should probably put this at the top then. Maybe we just shut down naval bomber production. Put it into fighters instead. Yeah, and then spare factories can continue to go towards this. Well, there's one obvious rubber solution. We just have to build some synthetic refineries. They're not very good right now. They only give 2. But I think we've got some upgrades we could get in that regard. Yes, we do. So I guess once we've got our decryption done or something, we'll start switching over some research onto rubber refineries. What was my plan on supplying rubber? Did I just not think about it enough? Because it certainly feels that way. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, we'll go hard on rubber for a minute here. Just build a bunch of those. Okay, so into the action. Let's continue advancing this front. Not like that. What are you doing? What are you doing? Keep that front open. Oh, you're pinning. Okay, fair enough. Keep them pinned. Yes, that's good. Okay, and bring the light tank up if you're having trouble. We could even try a little bit of a push in here if you want to help us close this pocket faster. Be much appreciated. We got cast support here? We don't. Fuel conservation and all that. Well, let's just give ourselves a real quick bit of cast support just so we can blitz through closing this pocket. There we go. And then immediately stand it down again. Okay, you guys. Here's the front. Here's the angle of attack. Let's get the tanks in position. We've got the supply, right? Yep, we're on the edge of supply anyway. So obviously this is one of the other big avenues of attack that we've got right now. Let's see what we can do here. Probably need to try and pin them there. While we get some reinforcements in here. If they're going to leave empty bits to the front, you better believe I'm going to exploit it. Okay, north's still stable. That's how I like it. Stalingrad front, looking good, looking good. Supply deficit, again, should be solved as stuff gets repaired. Okay. The Belfast Blitz. German bombers have attacked the northern Irish city of Belfast. No, they haven't. Excuse me? Not quite sure why that event exists, if it's just not true. Alright. Looks like this is going okay. Is anyone moving this way from there? No, they're too focused on their anti-pocketing. Let's try and pin these guys here. Or even create a second opportunity for a pocket as we advance in here. This guy's moving appropriately. Break him here, break him here. I believe. Support from the north. Surely we can break him there. And hopefully we can get some more of them to retreat this way. We've already got one of them that doing that. Come on, come on, come on. Break him before the reinforcement. Yes, nice. Let's have this guy move in. Because I know I'm going to have more. No, no, no. We can just support attack him in. That's fine. Ah, yeah, good choice. As it turns out we were going to get attacked from the north. Let's get this infantry moving into that pocket. Support down here. We can take the pressure off that attack by driving these guys back here. And we'll wait for the tanks to get organized here before we make our play. Let's force the tanks in there. They can survive being on low supply for a little bit. How long till you move in? 18 hours. Let's activate air cover just to try and accelerate that process. Okay, and to help out if we have to do another attack to block this. We have got Soviet tanks in here, so it's a high value pocket. Down here, still holding. This is good. Ooh, Kiev is open. That's what I like to hear. And might be able to sneak in there. We'll wait for most of the tanks before we deploy properly here. If you're wondering why I'm not putting a front line here, it's because I think you can't. You might be able to if you like pixel perfect select it or whatever. But I have never been able to, I don't think. Pocket established. You guys stay on the right hand side of this pocket, please. And we will just move to close it as soon as possible. Okay. Looking good. Another airbase falling under our control. Okay. Okay, great. That should close up nicely. Here we're just about pushing in. You should probably stay put. These infantry shouldn't be redeploying. So we should just keep them on the same front line as ever. Manually have them close this up. That's fine. Good. Good. Now they've actually broken. The tanks don't need to move in there. Keep the tanks in position to try and hold against these anti-pocketing moves. This could be a problem. Alright, tanks ready here now. Not quite, but as soon as these guys arrive, we'll begin a push down here. Oh no, they're breaking it open here. Tanks, move in, quick. I think we'll still be able to get the pocket killed. Because even if they break us here, it's only this guy that will be able to retreat. Ow. So that's okay. Okay, breaking them there. Good, broken them again. So now they're retreating here. That's less ideal, actually, with the guy moving in here to attack. Let's go speed 4. I feel like we've regained control of the situation enough to allow that. Now, if we could maybe try something like this. We do have fighters in up in this region. Let's throw a bunch more CAS in here as well. Once we take this airbase, it might be worth readjusting. Okay, there's that pocket. Why don't you redeploy down here? Block that river crossing maneuver. Good, broken them there. Just slowly pushing them back to this river. Keep on going. Send some infantry in. I know I said I like it stable in the north, but I also like it advancing in my favor as we move closer to this, what I call the Stalin line, which, as I've said many times, I know is not the Stalin line. Good, these two tanks can push them out, and there we go. We are going to be able to close this pocket up. No crossing my river. Alright, you may be able to cross my river, because the light tanks aren't very good. Okay, tanks now in position here. Let's begin the drive back here. If we can. That might require plane support, so perhaps we put it on hold until the planes arrive from the northern section. And this front line, this tank front line, should be much shorter. Good. This infantry front line is suddenly desperately lacking. I'm guessing because they all suddenly assign themselves over here. No? Where are my infantry gone? Is it you? Like, yeah, there's only 8 in this army, and some of them are standing around up here. It's the supply. Well, I'm afraid attendance on the front is non-optional. Rundstedt is currently way overstacked. Okay. You guys hop on here. Get in here. 16 now, that's better. Okay, you are 2 over still. There they are. Sorted. Okay. Good. That's that pocket closed. Another bunch of dead Soviets. We break 6 million. Front line nice and closed. Final isthmus to deal with here in the north. Let's see if we can do that. We're not going for a very aggressive pocket here. Could change that, I suppose. But I think I'm content with this pocket as it is. There's Sea Lion done. Give us some nice naval bases. Give me... Oh, this gives you a research slot. Huh. But not till we have to research some medium tanks. We should probably do that, huh? We need to research Panzerkampfwagen 3 Ost M. Panzerkampfwagen 3 Ost M. This one. Is it worth putting in 260 days for another research slot? Probably is the answer. We could do these. I bet they'd accept. Norwegian heavy water, I think. That's what I'm going to go towards now. Just because we want those nukes. Get these guys closed up. Another 2 dead Soviet divisions. Good. Now, planes can cease flying in the north. And begin flying in the glorious south. All you planes. Here, with ground crews, activate sudden air superiority, sudden massive tank offensive. Good. They're going to gain some ground here while these guys get reorganized. That's honestly fine. I am not concerned by this. Where are you guys supposed to be? You on this front line by chance? Yeah, lots of tanks from that front line. Not willing to go to it because of supply. That's okay. We have 5 tanks down there. That should be plenty. The rest of you, let's simplify our tank setup for now. I just want you to spread along the front line for now. As long as you're not in the supply zone that we're making a push on in the south, I'm a happy bunny. So, but not you guys. You guys should stay on this. Good. You, Panzer without an order, get up here. Now, you lot, resume the attack. Good. Now this infantry army with all the extra infantry should expand north to deal with some of this. In fact, let's break it in two. You need, realistically not that many, but I'll fix that in a second. Need to be reorganized thusly. And then half of you can come as well. We'll leave 7 divisions to hold this river, while the rest support my push here. And I think maybe we'll do that's in the next air zone, isn't it? Yeah. Let's win this tile first then. They're going to keep fighting us here over and over with more reinforcements. That sounds like a very bad idea. Look, that one battle just there, very quickly won. Cost them 1,000 manpower. Now we've moved into the next one, which means next air zone. Of course, the next air zone is going to be much harder to fly in because of range concerns. But we will do our very best to mitigate those concerns. So you guys that are way out of range, let's keep them flying. I know it's fuel expensive, but I think it's going to be invaluable. Get those extra ground crews. Punch the next one. As soon as you go here, roll to here. As soon as you go there, roll to here. Okay, infantry moving into support. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Punching through there, no problem at all. You two, try and break him here. They're way too strong just there. That's a problem. You can hold off. Oh, they're generally pretty strong here. Let's hold off a second. And in fact, I have to call it apart here, actually. So let's deal with their various offensives in the next episode. Until then, thank you ever so very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.